Hello, everybody. So today we're going to discuss and illustrate a trend writing strategy using RockIT Algo TrendPulse. Now we're going to show you how to write a trend as far as you can to maximize your profit and also minimize losses. So this is a framework that is sort of acting like a guardrail, and you can do your own due diligence from what you learned today with any specific symbols you trade with. So let's go. This is the Apple 1 hour chart. Uh, of course, make sure you have Rocket Algo Friend Pulse loaded on your trading view chart. Plus, you need 7 exponential moving average on the chart because that is going to be a guardrail of defining when there would be a change of trend within a trend after a signal is delivered by trend pulse. Okay, so let's start here. It's a 1 hour chart on Apple. These are signals, buy sell signals generated by Rocket Algo Trend Pulse. So let's begin here. We have a signal here. So the first order of business you need to do is we go down to the first low and draw a line, trigger line here. This is the trigger line. So now we have the 7 EMA loaded and we got a signal. So the first candle that we get a signal, we put a trigger line. Now, what is a trigger line? Trigger line is sort of it's a line where usually price action changes trends or something like that. Now, but we're not going to define a change of trend or exiting a trend based on close of a candle below this line. It'll be crossing above or below the 7 EMA, crossing above or below this particular trigger line. So on an uptrend, if the 7 EMA crosses below the trigger line, you exit the trade. On a downtrend, a sell signal, if it crosses above the 7 EMA crosses above the trigger line, you will exit the trade. Now, the trigger line will move based on certain conditions, which I'll show you. The most important condition is there's actually one condition is when a candle going up on an uptrend, if there is a candle that closes below the 7 EMA, that would be our first order of business. That means there could be a change of trend or even a continuation of trend. Okay. So here we see it just after the signal, Apple price just went up, up, up. Now, as long as the candles are closing above the 7 EMA, you're good. So continue until the candles are closing above the 7 EMA. Now, also remember, uh, use sort of 3 phases or 2 phases to see profit, take profit. That's very important. Don't try to grab the whole cake. Take it piece by piece. So this is a good move. I would get out on the first day a little bit, maybe 25, 30% of my trade size. I got another good move here. I would get out here another 25, 30%, say, okay, let's trade the trend now. So make sure you reserve profits. Getting profits is very important psychologically. It builds confidence, etc., etc. So now let's go up here. You see there's a first red candle that crosses below the 7 EMA. So just for a reference, we put a line here, and then we go down 2 candles, 2 lows. So this is the first low, this is the second low. And this we place a trigger line here. Okay. Now, after this red candle, you see it went back above the 7 EMA and it kept increasing or going sideways, etc. Then we have another drop here. So just for a frame of reference, we see here there's this one low, two low. So it would be the same. So this is my trigger line. Okay. Now it crossed here, I would get out of the trade. Now remember, during the last stage, you're sort of getting out, 20, the last 20, 10% of your trade. So you've already made a profit. It's very important, uh, to do that. Okay. Now here, there's a gap and it's a sell signal. So in this case, you see this is the most previous before low. So this would be our trigger line. So we would wait to get out of the trade two ways. Either an opposing buy signal comes or the 7 EMA crosses above in a downtrend. So we see it maintains below the trigger line, it goes down. But now we have a new trigger, we have a new candle here, green. So we take the previous high, maximum high. Okay. So now you see we're moving step down, stepwise riding the trend. Now, of course, you won't be staring at the screen every day or every moment, but you can set an alert for when price crosses 7 exponential moving average so that you get an alert. You can come back to your screen, see what the scenario is, and then see that here, okay, the trigger line is 180.17. You could write another trigger when price crosses 180.17. That means the 7 EMA has now crossed the trigger line, and it's for you to take an action to either take some profit or close a trade. Okay, so let's go further down. There's another one here. So we just put it up at the close of the candle that crossed, and we see here this one high, two high. So we place the trigger line here. So you see the trigger line move from here to here. So therefore, you can see we're riding the trend. So as you can see, it continued from here, it continued down or book some more profit. And then here's another major line here. So I would put it up here, the trigger line. Now you can see it crossed, get out. Now here, by this time, you may have gotten out. This could be your 100% retreat, or it could be 80%, 20% of your trade left. So in this case, you can ride the trend, you can see, and then, book some more profit here, okay? So that's very important, riding the trend and deciding when to realize profits, stage-wise, quantity-wise, etc. So we'll just do one last illustration here of a buy and sell. Again, we got a buy signal. So here's a low. So we can put it up here as a safe stick. Now, if it crosses below, we get out of the trade, but you see it pumped up and all the candles are closing above the 70, and here the first one closed here. So 1 and 2, so I would place my trigger line here. Now, after this, if the 7 EMA crossed below, I would get out of the trade, but it did not. It continued upwards, and all the candles remained above the 7 EMA, and then this first one dropped. So I move this up. I look at this and I say, okay, this candle now, the low of this candle, green candle, is my trigger line. And then you can see here how it crossed below, and I would get out of the trade. Okay? Then wait for the next signal. And here's the next signal. To start with, I would place my trigger here, one candle above the high for a sell signal. You got a close here, so I would put my trigger line here. You got another close here. So I would put my trigger line here. Okay. At the same spot, more or less, because you're going two candles up. And then it crossed here. So I will move my trigger line here. You can see how much you're capturing all this now, profit. and realize it. Just don't keep it on paper. You got it moved down here, it crossed up here. So I would do it crossed up here again. So I kept it here. Uh, it maintained. Now it's change of trend. It looks like a change of trend. And then it crossed here and I got out here. Now I exited here before the buy signal. So don't buy. It's up to you, but wait for the next signal to make the opposite direction. Okay. So this is a very simple guideline. It's a framework how to write a trend. Definitely do your own due diligence on the symbols you trade. Volatility, price action, patterns are different, but use this framework. It works very well. To definitely how to write trends and devise your own strategy based on the symbols, whether you're trading crypto, forex, or any stocks or futures. All right, but follow this guideline to develop your own system. Okay. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for viewing. I hope this was very educative and purposeful for y'all. Definitely hope y'all realize some more profit of knowing exactly with confidence how to write the trend. We'll be posting a lot more videos like this, to guide you into becoming a more effective and profitable trader. Lastly, feel free to join if you have not joined. Sign up for the RockIT Algo TrendPulse indicator, buy sell indicator. It's only compatible on TradingView. So you'll need a TradingView username. So please do sign up. It's free. And then you can come and sign up. So click the link in the description below to sign up and see you as a member and help you all the way to profits. Thanks a lot for your time and wish you profitable trading. Bye.